Take a real look in the mirror. Not a glance. Actually look. Do you notice it? That tired face. The dull skin. That look of exhaustion that shows up even after a full night of sleep. What I'm about to tell you might make you uncomfortable. It's not your age. It's not your genetics. What's aging you has nothing to do with the passage of time. It has everything to do with what you do every single day without even realizing it. Aging doesn't come all at once. It sneaks in quietly, through small, daily decisions that seem completely harmless. Normal habits, socially accepted ones, some that you probably think are good for you. And the most dangerous part? You're not aging slowly. You're aging ahead of schedule and calling it normal. Today, we're going over 7 everyday habits that are accelerating how fast your body ages. Not smoking, not alcohol, not expensive treatments. We're talking about things you almost certainly did today. And if you don't fix them in a few years, it's going to show. Stay until the end, because the last habit, it's the most common one of all, and the most underestimated. Quick question. Where's your phone right now when you go to sleep? Be honest. Probably on a nightstand, inches from your face, or worse, in your hand until the very last second. One more scroll, one more video, one more notification. Without realizing it, you're telling your brain it's still daytime. That blue light your screen emits, it blocks melatonin, the hormone that controls your sleep. But here's the part almost nobody knows. Melatonin isn't just for sleep. It's one of the most powerful antioxidants your body produces. It's critical for nighttime cellular repair, the process that literally slows down aging from the inside. When you suppress melatonin night after night, you don't just sleep worse. Your body can't repair itself the way it should. The result? Dull skin, persistent dark circles, a puffy face in the morning, that I slept 8 hours and feel like garbage look. The fix isn't comfortable, but it works. No screens at least 1 hour before bed. Phone out of the room, or at minimum, 2 meters away. Airplane mode on. This isn't punishment. It's an investment, because the face you'll have in 5 years is decided every single night, right before you fall asleep. Think about how many hours a day you spend sitting. Work at a computer, commute, meals, evening TV. If you add it up honestly, you're probably sitting more than 10 hours a day. Prolonged sitting ages you at the cellular level. Research shows that sedentary behavior shortens telomeres, the structures that protect your DNA. Shorter telomeres equals accelerated aging. In other words, your biological age starts running ahead of your actual age. Ever notice how you end the day exhausted, even though you barely moved? That's not tiredness from hard work. That's the fatigue of inactivity. The solution is simple. Every 40 to 45 minutes, get up, walk for 2 minutes, stretch, move. That consistent motion signals to your body that it's still young and functioning. Staying still all day is one of the quietest ways to age before your time. Right now, while you're listening to this, are you breathing through your mouth or your nose? Most people breathe through their mouth, especially when concentrating, stressed, or distracted. Habitual mouth breathing changes your facial structure over time. It affects the jaw, the position of the face at rest, and the tone of your facial muscles. Ever notice how some people keep a defined jawline and firm face as they get older? Part of that isn't genetics. It's how they breathe. Because mouth-breathed air doesn't get properly filtered or humidified, more toxins and bacteria enter the body, which leads to chronic inflammation. And chronic inflammation is one of the primary drivers of accelerated aging. During sleep, the effect is even worse. Breathing through your mouth at night causes snoring, micro-awakenings, and low-quality rest, which is why so many people wake up with a swollen face even after hours of sleep. The fix requires awareness. Close your mouth, breathe through your nose. If you genuinely can't do it naturally, don't ignore it. There may be a structural issue worth looking into, because the shape of your face in a few years depends, in part, on how you're breathing today. Now let's talk about something almost nobody questions when you eat. Does your body run on a flexible schedule, or do you eat whenever hunger hits? Because your body doesn't just run on calories. It runs on an internal clock called the circadian rhythm. That clock governs your metabolism, your hormonal production, and your cellular repair cycles. When you eat breakfast at odd hours, have dinner late at night, and snack constantly, that clock goes completely out of sync. Think of it like installing a virus in your body's operating system. Late dinners, especially heavy meals after 9 p.m., don't just encourage fat storage. They interrupt one of the most important processes for staying young, nighttime repair. While you sleep, your body should be clearing toxins, regenerating tissue, and repairing damaged cells. But if at 11 p.m. you're still digesting your last meal, all that work gets put on pause. The fix isn't extreme, it's structural. Eat within defined time windows. Leave at least 4 hours between meals. And make your last meal at least 3 hours before sleep. Give your body time to do what it does best when it's not digesting, repair itself. Be honest. What temperature is your shower? For a lot of people, it's basically a sauna in there. You step out relaxed, steaming, feeling like you did something good for your body. Your skin disagrees. Extremely hot water strips away the skin's natural oils, the ones that form its protective barrier. That barrier is what keeps moisture in, maintains elasticity, and defends against environmental damage. When you destroy it every single day, the skin dehydrates, loses firmness, and ages faster. And the heat also dilates the capillaries in your face. Over time, that dilation becomes permanent, leading to redness, sensitivity, rosacea, and skin that never quite looks even. You don't need to go to the other extreme and freeze yourself like the trending videos tell you. Just lower the temperature to warm. And if you want an extra boost, in with 20 to 30 seconds of cold water on your face. It improves circulation, helps the skin stay firm, and protects its natural barrier. Heat relaxes, but it ages. This is the habit that ages you the most, and the one that's been the most normalized. I'm not talking about stress before a big meeting or a rough day. I'm talking about that constant background state of tension, worry, and alertness that you carry around all the time. A lot of people say, "That's just who I am. I'm a stressed person." No, you're not a stressed person. You're a person who hasn't learned to manage stress, and your body pays the price every single day. When stress is chronic, your body keeps cortisol, the survival hormone, elevated. Chronically high cortisol means systemic inflammation, collagen breakdown in your skin, a weakened immune system, and accelerated aging from the inside out. It's like your body is living in a state of permanent war. You sleep but don't rest, cortisol. You gain belly fat without changing your diet, cortisol. You can't fully relax even on weekends, cortisol. You can't eliminate stress from your life. That's not realistic. But you could drop it from survival mode down to equilibrium mode. 5 minutes of deep breathing a day. A walk without your phone. Real moments of disconnection. Not extreme wellness, just basic mental hygiene. You've heard this 1,000 times. And that's exactly why almost nobody takes it seriously. Drink water. Not coffee. Not tea. Not soda. Water. Most people live in a state of chronic mild dehydration. Not enough to feel sick, but enough to age faster. Dehydration doesn't destroy you all at once. It dims you slowly. The skin loses elasticity because cells don't have the water they need to stay firm. Organs work slower. Blood gets thicker. The brain shifts into energy-saving mode. That's why so many people wake up with dark circles even after a good night of sleep. Why they get afternoon headaches with no clear cause. Why they spend money on expensive creams and their skin still looks dull. It's not the cream, it's the lack of water. And no, coffee doesn't count. Coffee is a diuretic. It makes you lose more fluid than it provides. That double espresso in the morning isn't hydrating you. It's making the problem worse. The fix is simple, but unpopular. 2 liters of water a day minimum. Non-negotiable. Keep a bottle visible at all times. If you don't see it, you won't drink it. And within 2 weeks, you'll notice real changes in your skin, your energy, and your overall appearance. Water is boring, but it's one of the most powerful tools you have to stay young. Now that you've seen all 7, here's what becomes clear. Aging isn't something that happens to you overnight. It's something you build, quietly, through daily habits that seem completely harmless. Let's run through them one more time. 1. Phone until you fall asleep. Destroys melatonin and kills nighttime repair. 2. Sitting for hours without moving. Literally ages your cells. 3. Breathing through your mouth. Inflames your body and reshapes your face over time. 4. Eating all day at random hours. Breaks your internal clock and halts repair. 5. Scalding hot showers. Damages your skin's barrier and accelerates aging. 6. Chronic unmanaged stress. Cortisol tears your body apart from the inside. 7. Not drinking enough water. A slow dimming that shows up everywhere. Now here's the most important thing I can tell you. Don't try to change all 7 at once. That doesn't work. Pick 2 from this list and work on those this week. Just 2. Because trying to fix everything simultaneously is the fastest way to fix nothing. Which of these is your silent enemy? Drop in the comments. I actually read them. And if this video made you realize something you've been overlooking, subscribe and hit the bell. We don't sell magic solutions here. We share real, science-based information that applies to everyday life. If you made it to the end, comment the word youth. Very few people have the discipline to watch all the way through, and doing it proves you're ready to actually start taking care of yourself.